and you can't.
I don't know work, I can't go.
Or won't pay it back.
I can't pay it, I can't pay it.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
You want to fight this fight?
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Please open the door.
I paid the money to... No, because it's not good.
In dramatic situations.
I'll break your glasses.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
We've got nowhere to go.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's life-threatening.
And their possessions.
Would it be all right to tow it behind a transit?
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me.
They'll take it away. Last year, UK landlords spent £4.5 billion repairing their properties after problem tenants left. Over the next year, these crippling costs may force 1 in 5 landlords out of the property business altogether. Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are High Court enforcement agents. Together, they have 45 years' experience in the industry.
When possible, make U-turns.
No, don't take no notice of your sat-nav.
They travel the country, enforcing writs and...
Good morning, sir. Are you standing on something? This is Steve, by the way. You didn't meet Steve before. This is Ginger.
Let me give you a little briefing here. They've been there about 4 months.
Yeah.
No deposit, no nothing. Haven't paid a penny rent. They're nothing but hassle. All the residents here have been bugging me to get them out. They're just a pain in the neck. There are 2 little kids there, with 1 mother.
Okay, sir. So times are hard.
The tenant, Vaduva, has already received notice of eviction from the county court. But the case has been escalated to the High Court, and the agents are here today without warning.
They know you, I take it.
No, they know me, don't you worry, they know me.
Everybody's been here before.
I've been here. The police have been here so often.
Go and sit in the car, Ginger. Having the landlord's agent there really comes into the same classification as having the landlord there. If he's actually known to the tenant, the whole situation is likely to be turbocharged.
There's somebody in the window. Morning.
Hi.
How are you?
We're High Court enforcement agents.
Code.
And we have a threat to repossess this property.
Report.
Pardon?
What is this?
It's a letter from the High Court of England
Yeah.
saying that you have to leave this property.
I don't understand.
You get an hour to pack up your bags, take everything that belongs to you.
What is the wording for the code?
Where is the word? Not there. It says there, High Court of Justice.
Romanian-born Vaduva doesn't seem to understand that she has to leave the house today. Her friend offers advice.
Păi stă în curte un pic, ok? You is for the court.
Yes.
Uh-huh. 1 second, please. I show something for the court.
Yes, sure, please do.
In 2 weeks, I'm going to the home, not now.
Vaduva thinks she has 2 more weeks before she has to leave.
The defendant, this is you,
Yeah.
you understand?
Yeah, a little bit.
To give the claimant, that's the person who owns the property,
Days.
own the property,
2 weeks.
owns the property, forthwith. That means now. So this means now.
Not 2 weeks.
Vaduva has 2 children. To avoid them being homeless, Paul wants her to go straight to the council to apply for emergency housing.
How many people here? How many
My
people?
family.
Okay.
What nationality are you?
Insurance number.
No, what nationality? Where do you come from?
Romanian.
Right. Well, the council should help you.
I'm speak to council for help about nothing.
They won't do anything.
Believe me, nothing.
Trust me, they won't do anything until they get this piece of paper. Okay?
Vaduva has 1 hour to pack her essentials and leave. But instead, she wants to talk to Ginger, the landlord's representative.
You have to leave now.
Why?
Because you're out of here. That's it.
Somebody, this lady, you come in the office, you give you money, something for,
No one gave me money.
make this.
No one gave me a penny.
She told me.
No one gave me a penny.
She told me yesterday.
I'm not going to argue with you.
You know yesterday the two ladies.
I'm not going to argue with you. No one gave me a penny. You're leaving now. Simple.
I don't leave.
You're leaving now.
I don't leave.
You're going to leave. You have no choice.
Ginger, you leave now. That's it. That's the end of the truck. That's from the High Court. That's the end of the line. You have to leave.
Vaduva refuses to accept the authority of the writ. And now she wants to shut Paul out of the house.
You okay?
Yeah.
Stay here.
Okay. You have the option to do this.
Me, I don't understand here.
Okay. You speak perfectly good
It's
English.
no 100%
Listen.
code.
Wait. Stop. Listen, please.
Yes.
You speak perfectly good English. You understand what I'm saying. You either have to leave like this, nicely, and go to the council, or we will ask the police to come along and explain it all to you.
Often people will hide behind a language barrier. They imply that they don't understand what we're saying. Their body language and attitude and their reactions to what we're saying lead us to believe that they do.
Vaduva is still refusing to get herself and her 2 children ready. But the agents need to start making an inventory of the goods in the house. Upstairs, they make an unexpected discovery.
Loads of rooms, loads of beds, loads of clothes, loads of everything except paying the rent.
Each bedroom is filled with stripped down mattresses. The agents begin to suspect that there may be more people living in the house than just Vaduva and her children. The family home isn't all it appears.
The place is a nightmare electrically. Sockets are smashed off the walls, everything. Lights.
What started as a routine repossession has turned into an unpredictable situation for the agents. And with Vaduva refusing to leave, will Paul and Steve be able to keep this eviction on track? Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner were in North London to carry out an eviction. The tenant owed £6,000 in unpaid rent.
Morning. We're High Court enforcement agents.
Vaduva, the Romanian-born tenant, claimed not to understand what was happening.
You speak perfectly good English.
No 100%
Listen.
code.
She refused to go.
I don't leave.
But then, Paul and Steve discovered there was more to this family home than met the eye.
Loads of rooms, loads of beds, loads of clothes. The place is a nightmare.
Despite the mysterious circumstances, Paul and Steve must persuade Vaduva to leave the house and go straight to the council with her children for help.
We'll give you to 9:15.
I don't how I go in my children.
Take them to the council, that's why.
Council, I'm going to the council, but don't tell me nothing.
Well, you go to the council.
No, I'm going to the street,
Listen.
I'm sleeping in the street.
Excuse me.
If
If you go to the council should help you.
1 second, please. I call some friend, I'm going to this home because I don't have. 1 second.
Steve's patience finally runs out. He turns up the pressure.
All right, let's call the police then.
Negi, dă-mi voie suflerea, socole.
The threat of the police suddenly changes Vaduva's mind.
Okay. Dă-mi băgat și noi.
Okay, good girl. Thank you.
Good girl, thank you.
Vaduva agrees to leave. After 4 months without rent, the landlord's representative, Ginger, is close to getting the house back.
Pisses me off what they do. It winds me up. We're losing our thousands. We've got a mortgage to pay. We can't do bugger all until they leave. Look at the mess they've left in.
But as Vaduva gets ready to leave, Paul spots some movement in a downstairs room.
There's about 6 of them in the back bedrooms.
Oh.
Standard shit.
Suddenly, a crowd of people appear from one of the bedrooms.
They're packed ready to go. Left to their own devices, they'll be back here by dinner time.
The men and women appear to be living in the house without the landlord's permission. The agents are worried that they'll return as fast as they have left.
Okay. I need to screw the windows shut, otherwise they'll be back.
Ginger thinks he knows how so many people ended up living in the house.
I reckon they were people coming from wherever they come from, remaining wherever they be, and just renting them every night, a bed or whatever, pay per night or whatever per week, make a few quid, and quick changeover.
Finally, Vaduva and her friend leave the house. It's not clear where she plans to go.
The council wasn't high on their list. I've got the writ. She left it.
Oh, she left?
She left all the court.
Yeah, all got it.
The eviction is complete. Ginger can now set about renovating the property, ready to be re-let.
Okay, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Been a pleasure.
I'd shake your shoes before you got in.
More than half of Britain's small companies are owed money in late payments. With estimates totalling as much as £255 billion, the effects of these late payments are crippling small businesses, leading to closures across the UK. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Alan Hunt are on their way to New Romney, Kent.
Grand Parade.
Beside the seaside.
Beside the sea.
They have a High Court writ to recover a debt owed by a drainage firm to a supplier.
Today we're looking for £7,008.95.
It's going to be very draining, you know. I can feel it already.
The company, Free Flow Drains, is run by the debtor Steve Ross from his home.
Narrow door, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? I might have some trouble here, mate. I'll have to go in sideways.
We've got a garage.
Oh, lovely. Let's have a look.
No one appears to be in, but Alan finds an unlocked door.
Oh, lovely. Here you go. Hello?
Hello. A rabbit.
Under the terms of the writ, the team have the right to make peaceful entry into the property.
Hello.
Hello, High Court enforcement.
High Court enforcement.
Hello? For me, gaining peaceful entry into a property, I think it's one of the hardest parts of the job for me. I don't know what's going to pop out of a door. I don't know what's going to pop out of anywhere. We're in the right place. His office is here. Hello? Right, is nobody in?
No.
Right, jump on the phone, 101.
After alerting the police that they're inside the property, the agents need to find out where Steve is, so they can settle the debt today.
Okay, let's try and get hold of him now.
Here, we've got a phone number. You ready?
Hi, Free Flow.
Is that Steve?
It is.
Hi, Steve. My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm currently standing in your office.
Right.
Basically, the reason for my visit, I'm here with a High Court writ against Free Flow Drains South East Limited. Is there any chance you can pop back to get this resolved, Steve? Or can you pay over the phone? It's £7,008.95.
I'm a self-employed drains person.
Yeah.
You know, I'm working from hand to mouth at the moment.
Right.
You know, I've not got that kind of money. If I had, I would love to, just to get it away from my back. You know.
No, I appreciate that. Obviously, what I'm going to do now then is look at the assets in your garage and in your office here, and see what there is to redeem to cover some of the debt. Okay.
So you're in my house?
Yeah, I'm in your home. Yeah. I just told you that first part of the conversation.
Sorry, I thought you said you was outside my house.
No, I'm inside with your rabbits and your little brown dog.
Well, what are you going to take?
Well, I'll deal with that when I look around and see what there is.
Oh, you can't take it. Please let me get home and at least talk to you.
Well, I just asked you to do that.
I mean, I could probably pay about 700 quid.
No, I need to. Minimum payments there. I need $3.5 grand.
I've got no. Look, if I had it, I would. Look, just bear with me.
Steve.
Can you give me an hour?
Steve, listen to me. Right, take a deep breath, chill. I understand it's a shock to you. All right.
It's a shock.
I'll wait 1 hour for you. Okay.
Yes.
Just get in the car. Take your time, and I'll see you in 1 hour. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Steve.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
While the agents wait for Steve to return, they start to look for business assets they can seize if he can't pay the £3,500 Brian has asked for today.
There's lots of tools here. Generators go for about 200 quid. But there's a welding machine here. Fast charger, yeah.
What we got in here?
Cordless laser circular
laser
saw. Yeah, nice. Testing kits here, they're quite expensive, some of these testing kits. Walking into the debtors' houses, you know, you're seeing their lives, you know, everything they've worked for in life is there that you can get your hands on. And, you know, you've got to be mindful of how people may react.
50 minutes later, Steve arrives home.
How you doing? Have a word with you, yeah? Steve, thanks for coming back.
How are you? All right.
How about you?
Thank you for
No, that's cool. Listen, I understand you were quite distressed on the phone about it, and that's why I wanted you to take your time getting back.
About it, you know, I know the people who I owe the money to.
Yeah, you haven't disputed that at all, have you?
No,
That's
I
the
owe
thing,
them.
yeah.
I owe the money. I mean, it's just things have been hard.
See what they've done. They've now passed it up to the High Court, which is why we're here today.
I mean, I would have paid him as much as I could each. I'm a one-man band. That's all I am.
Brian wants to find out more about how the debt came about.
So what, are they family friends, are they?
I mean, I know Peter and Matt, and, you know, they only had to pick up the phone. They went to work for the company I worked for when I started on my own, and I used to pass all my work, all the lining work to them.
Yeah.
You know, they're a pair of really, really nice guys.
Yeah.
And the company we was doing for didn't pay me to begin with, and they paid dribs and drabs, and one thing got another, work went quiet, and everything. I just couldn't afford to pay.
You know, it's quite common in the building trade where people aren't paying invoices or people aren't satisfied with work or people walk off the job, and it has a knock-on effect. You know, if they're not getting paid, how can they pay out?
It's clear Steve's company has fallen on hard times. But if he can't make a payment today, and some of his tools and equipment are seized, he risks losing his business altogether.
Steve, I don't expect you to have $7 grand. The problem I've got now is I need to keep the judge happy, I need to keep the claimant happy. I need a down payment or a large payment today of half the debt. $3,500 we need today.
I've rung my mum.
Right, okay.
But I don't know, I mean, obviously,
See,
you know, but...
No, I respect that.
I'd give her a ring the minute I get here.
Fine.
That's fine, yeah.
Fine.
Steve calls his mum to ask for help.
He wants 3.5.
3.5, yeah. He's 7 you owe, so I'm thinking half.
It's 3,500 they want. But my mum, they can take whatever they like, mum.
The bank of friends and family, it's a positive thing for me. It's nice for me to see him making that effort and that phone call because he wants to get it resolved or paid.
Steve's mum has come up with £2,500.
Yeah, okay, I've gone through fine.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Bye.
All right, lovely. Bye-bye.
As it's less than half the money owed, Brian needs to set up a payment plan to clear the remaining balance.
So if I say 300 quid a month, starting 6 weeks' time.
Like 250.
Right, let me ask, all right?
Brian calls the office. It will be up to the claimant to decide whether to accept Steve's offer.
3,200 paid today.
Paid today, yeah.
And 250 a month starting in 6 weeks.
250 per month. Yep, okay.
Can you let me know, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
If the claimant decides Steve's offer is too low, the agents will have no choice but to remove some of his valuable equipment.
At the end of the day, in my heart of hearts, I know what's wrong, and I know what's right and what's wrong. I was in the wrong. It should have been sorted, and it should have been paid.
5 minutes later, Brian hears back from the office.
Cheers. Bye.
The claimant has accepted Steve's offer.
Happy days. Steve, thank you.
Right, just need a couple of signatures off you.
Shake me hand. Listen, it's nice to meet you. Steve, listen, thank you so much, yeah, for coming back.
Sorry, you guys.
Don't be sorry. I don't want you to say that to me because we're doing our job and it's difficult. No, but you've come back, you know, and I can hear the emotion on your voice.
You take care, mate.
Bye-bye.
Everything will turn out well.
Steve's business is safe for now. But if he doesn't stick to the payment plan,
right,
the agents will be back. The debtor's crisis is over for now. But in Paul and Steve's next case...
Anybody in?
They meet a woman whose life is turned upside down.
You know this woman, she's a chief woman.
By a debt she claims isn't her fault.
I paid the money to do... No, because it's not good.
Across Britain, 4.8 million people receive some form of housing benefit to help pay their rent. But over 66,000 households have had their housing benefit capped since 2013. Some tenants up and down the country now face a rent shortfall, increasing their risk of eviction. London. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on their way to carry out an eviction.
Right, this is a writ of possession. The defendant, Tatiana Celeste.
The tenant, Tatiana, has been living in the house with her children for 6 years, but she hasn't been paying the full rent.
Just pretty standard stuff, really.
Now she owes £10,000 to her landlord. But Paul and Steve are not instructed to collect the unpaid rent. They're here to repossess the house today.
Is there anybody in? Hello? If there's anybody in there, we're from the High Court. We'll give you 10 minutes to think about it, and then we'll break the door in.
The property appears to be empty, but Steve is suspicious.
There's a key in the door. People are in there.
Is it?
There's a key in the door.
It's locked.
I'm gonna see if I can find a coat hanger.
Okay. It's just slowing us down. The nuisance is if they are actually in there and they're locking the doors, this can become quite sparky.
Steve tries to dislodge the keys on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna put my mirror. Hop, 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 hop. The keys are gone.
Sorry?
The keys are gone.
Is the door open though?
No. They took the keys out the door.
They've come down sneaking on their hands and knees.
There's still no answer. Then the landlord's agent arrives at the property.
Hello. Paul. Steve.
Steve. Nice to meet you.
There appears to be somebody in.
Okay.
Have you got keys?
I was told by the landlord to attend with a locksmith.
Right.
Paul and Steve instruct the locksmith to break in.
Oh, wait, just a second.
If you stand back, stand back. That's right, thank you.
Hello? Would you like to come downstairs? Or may I come up? No lights. Oh, there is lights. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Although the key has been taken from the door, nobody seems to be in the house.
I'm not convinced. I don't know where they've gone to.
Come out, sir. What on earth are you doing in there?
They went a bit lively, didn't they? Why would you need to shoot out the back door? If somebody's knocking on your door and you have no reason to be worried about anything, why wouldn't you just open the door or even speak to somebody?
Whoever was hiding in the house appears to have left in a hurry. Paul turns detective.
So what I was actually looking through the paperwork for is for the possibility of a mobile telephone number.
But then he makes an unexpected discovery.
There's a whole load of tellies here, this big and this big. My telly at home is this big.
They have a collection of everything, don't they? Laptops. I think that's why they shot out the back door.
No, it's a fairly common boot fair trick, is to get electrical equipment and actually physically jet wash it with high pressure water to clean it up, to make it look new. Let it dry out for a few days, doesn't matter whether it works, cling film it so that it looks even better, and then sell it on a boot fair or in a pub or something.
Upstairs, in the bedroom, Paul's in for another surprise.
And we're looking around here, Dolce & Gabbana, NK. I mean, this is all designer gear. Timberland, they aren't cheap, £150, £200 a pair. I'm now looking at 70 pairs of shoes. Steve would like these. There's just everywhere you look is money. What about your rent? The whole scenario, the setup of the fact that there was designer gear in the wardrobe, the fact there were 8 or 10 televisions downstairs, laptops, all sorts of technical equipment there, the fact that it was all in one house, which was a sort of 2 up and 2 down, was a very suspicious circumstance.
Paul decides to call the police.
High Court enforcement. I'm at a house. We've repossessed the property, there's nobody here, but we're concerned there's about 8 televisions, a load of laptops and other items that lead us to sort of conclusions that are fairly obvious. And these are people who haven't paid the rent. Appreciate it. Bye.
The agents have been at the property for over an hour. But now Steve is needed on another case.
I'll speak to you later on. Give us a call, let me know what goes on.
I'll be brave.
Think brave thoughts.
But just as Steve leaves, a car pulls up.
Uh-oh. Pardon?
My sister asked, that's her property. You supposed to go if I park there and come and talk to you.
Please, yeah.
Tatiana's sister gets her on the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, is that Tatiana?
Yeah, I am here. What's the matter?
We've repossessed the house here.
Pardon?
We're High Court enforcement agents. We've repossessed the house.
Come back, I'm on my way.
How long will you be?
Give me 20 minutes, I'm on my way now.
Okay, all right, okay.
While the agents wait for Tatiana to arrive, her friends and family start to gather on the street.
I don't like the attention we get in here. We don't want anybody turning up and moving large quantities of stuff till the police get here. A situation like this could very easily become hostile.
Minutes later...
Hello, are you Tatiana?
Yeah.
Tatiana finally arrives.
Somebody's upstairs.
Right.
I want to know what's the matter.
Right, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We've repossessed the house.
For what the reason?
This has gone through court. You must have been notified. There are rent arrears here, and the landlord has taken the property back.
I don't speak English very well.
Okay.
You can, she can explain.
Okay.
mukolo ndaku asengi bango baya babimisa wana ndaku ba récupérer ndaku na ye yoka mbia mwana banyongo eza na ndaku bukene déjà côte banyongo ezali na ndaku
siko bonyongo yanga temba sa problème ni. I don't know anything about this. I've been into the court. That say I not didn't receive the letter to tell me
there
when.
There is no letter. That's the letter. We've delivered it today.
No, I know.
You have an hour to get your personal belongings together, mobile phones, identification.
Tatiana still doesn't understand why she's being evicted. She wants answers from her letting agent.
What's happened is that housing benefit have been paying low money.
Low money.
Okay,
yeah,
£600-700.
Yes.
And every month, your money is going in arrears. 300, 600, 900. You understand? Until it's got to a stage.
But it's not like
in arrears that the landlord wanted his property back.
Tatiana's housing benefit doesn't cover all the rent. But she claims she's been paying the balance directly to another letting agent, who hasn't passed it on to the landlord.
She's a chief woman. Me, I pay the money to no, because it's not good. I got my kid. I pay the rent every month. I pay the rent.
The story that's emerging isn't what Paul expected.
Her story is that that agent has not been paying the money to the landlord, and she's been paying £600 a month to that agent for 6 years. If that is true, she is in fact a victim.
Despite her protests, Tatiana's time in the house is now up. It will be up to the police to decide whether to investigate the valuable goods in the house. Tatiana and her children are now homeless. They will have to apply to the council for emergency accommodation for the night. The number of tenants in serious rent arrears is rising. Latest figures show that over 80,000 households are at least 2 months behind with their rent, an increase of nearly 20% over the last year alone. Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Fulham, southwest London. They have a writ to recover a debt of nearly £38,000 owed by a tenant for unpaid rent on a residential property.
Let's have a butcher. Just park it here.
The landlord is now pursuing the tenant, Abdunor Sadawi, for the rent he owes. The agents don't know where Mr. Sadawi currently lives, but they have an address for him at a cafe.
We're going to a cafe around the corner here, Cafe Nunu. It's a big debt, £37,986.
A few coffees there, mate, too.
Only if they're black.
Nah, white coffee's better for you.
Oh, there it is, there.
This isn't the first time High Court enforcement agents have pursued Mr. Sadawi for payment. But this is Brian and Dell's first visit on the case.
Can I speak to the boss man, please?
Boss is coming after maybe half an hour.
Want to call him, let him know we're here?
Yeah, I'm calling, yeah.
Thank you.
What's your boss's name?
Abdunor.
That's him, yeah. Abdunor. High Court, High Court.
If Abdunor Sadawi owns the business, the writ allows the agents to seize assets from the cafe to offset the debt.
Abdunor, I'm here to enforce a High Court writ.
For what? Right.
For £37,986.
Sorry?
£37,986 and 10 pence.
It's £20,000.
They say you owe money to Jeremy St. Ledger Brown.
No, I am not.
Well, that's what it said, sir, and we've got a High Court.
No, I am not.
How long will it take you to get here, sir?
No, I'm not coming there. Okay?
You're not coming?
No.
We're here, sir, to enforce the writ. You need to attend. Here. He's gone. I don't know.
While the agents wait to see if Mr. Sadawi turns up, Dell wants to find out more about the debt.
What's your name?
My name Munir.
Right, you're not named on here.
No.
So I can't really. Right.
Because him is my cousin.
Okay.
My mother is the sister him.
But he's not going to turn up.
Cool, then we'll empty it out.
Mr. Sadawi has refused to pay the debt. So Brian is already looking at the assets in the cafe.
Well, if it costs £1,000 worth of stuff, we'll take it. Coffee machine's expensive.
Yeah.
Simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
But 10 minutes later, a man arrives at the cafe.
Who's that? Is that him? Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm all right.
Thank you for coming.
It's nothing to do with me.
Okay, fine. No problem.
It's not my shop.
What's your name, please?
My name is Munir.
Okay.
Munir.
Munir?
Yes.
Okay, Munir.
But you said you were Munir.
Munir.
Abdunur. Who's Abdunur? Look, don't. So you're Abdunur.
No. I'm Munir.
Well, why am I speaking to you then?
Yes, I'm Munir. I'm just working here.
Okay.
The man claims he isn't the debtor, Abdunur Sadawi.
Is this Abdunur? So look, I'll tell you what. Let's cut it short. Have you got any ID?
Sorry, I don't have.
You don't have.
The man claiming to be cafe worker, Munir Nunu, calls his solicitor. He says he can provide documents to prove that he doesn't own the cafe.
So it's a bit of a waiting game at the moment to get the documents, I think. That will tell us all we need to know.
Dell asks to speak to the solicitor.
Hello, sir. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. My name is Delroy Anglin. I'm in possession of a High Court writ. Who owns this shop?
I don't know. You can check that. I don't know. I have no clue.
Do you have a copy of the lease for this business here?
No.
And can you confirm the identity of the person here? Is it Abdunur Sadawi?
That's correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The man who said he was Munir Nunu appears to be the debtor, Mr. Sadawi, after all.
It's interesting. We've now established he is the debtor. The solicitor's done so. So he's lying. How long have you been trading here?
He's not. I'm not trading. I just come to look at sometime.
Okay.
Mr. Sadawi is adamant that he doesn't own the business. It's a stalemate. So will Brian and Dell be able to get to the truth and recover the £38,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin were at a cafe in Fulham, West London, with a writ to recover almost £38,000 in unpaid rent.
You get a few copies there, mate, too.
Only if they're black.
When they arrived, the debtor, Abdunur Sadawi, claimed to be someone else.
I'm Munir. I'm just working here.
Dell discovered that the man was Abdunur Sadawi after all.
Can you confirm the identity of the person here? Is it Abdunur Sadawi?
That's correct.
Now the agents must dig deep to uncover the truth. If the business doesn't belong to Mr. Sadawi, they won't be able to seize any assets from the cafe to offset the debt.
This is your cafe, yes?
No, it's not my coffee.
The cafe?
Yeah, cafe is not mine.
Whose is the cafe?
It's Urd Hasi Blue.
Is he a relation of yours?
No relation.
Do you have your lease? Do you have a lease?
No, it's not in my lease. He lives.
Having heard him lie about his identity, the agents are suspicious.
Okay, it's 3:30. I need to see documentation. Okay, we don't want to take any further action unless we have to. Just here.
Any document.
Well, then we're going to continue. I'm going to take the stuff. I don't want to do that. But if you can get that documentation, I'll leave it.
He's not here.
Fine, we continue.
Brian's patience is running out.
The shop's now shut.
Tell him we're going to remove goods from the shop.
He's not forthcoming. He's not really being helpful towards us. I think he'll listen now. Okay, listen carefully. If you don't provide me with the relevant information I need, you need to pay it or we enforce the court order here.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Come here.
Yes.
Yeah? No.
Okay, fine. Can you provide me with the lease agreement, please?
I don't have the lease.
Then I will continue with action. We need to sort this out. Yeah? Okay, maybe not then. Sometimes it's good to let them have a little think, you know?
With side, Brian tries to get some more information from his nephew, Munir.
It's expensive around here. It's expensive, isn't it?
Exactly, the rate is expensive.
Yeah, business, yeah. Rent expensive too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yesterday you paid 700.
Was that a week, for a week? 1 week? Or business rates?
Yeah.
His nephew said he paid 700 quid yesterday for his business rates.
And why would you pay the business rates if it's not your business?
No.
There you go. It's to be fair, it's the simple things that people trip up on. If you wouldn't pay the business rates for somebody else on a regular basis. So it's clear to me, as far as I'm concerned, him and the business are one. I just want to confirm that by seeing the documents.
Mr. Sadawi's story is unravelling. Dell searches the cafe for more evidence to link him to the business.
This is a copy of an inspection report.
Yes.
Why is your name on this one?
No, when they come, they find you. You have to give it a name.
Nah,
No,
that's
this
you.
one is normal.
That is you. You're telling me lies, my friend. I'm having to drag you screaming to the truth. I've had to find paperwork to link you with this business to prove that you own it. Okay?
I'm not owning it.
Yes, you do. Stop it. Stop it.
Because he told me to...
Brian and Dell now believe they have enough evidence to demonstrate that Mr. Sadawi owns the cafe.
Come here, it's not quite changed over yet.
Dell turns up the pressure.
Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us about the money that's... Are you going to pay this money?
How can he pay this money?
Well, I don't know. Tell me how you're going to pay it.
I don't have the money.
So you have no money?
No money.
No cars?
No car, nothing.
You're only refusing to pay?
I don't... It's not to refuse to pay.
Well, it is, aren't you?
No.
You have no money in your pocket?
No, of course.
Not 1 pence?
No. How?
With Mr. Sadawi claiming he has no means to pay, seizing goods from the business is the agent's only option. But the value of the assets in the cafe doesn't come close to clearing the £38,000 debt.
I want to collect the money for the claimant. However, in that situation, there was a distinct lack of assets. So yeah, it can be very frustrating.
With payment looking unlikely and with no valuable assets to seize, Brian and Dell have no choice but to leave empty-handed.
There's not much more we can do. He's got no intention of paying. We can't do anything else here today. Here's your key.
How would you feel if someone robbed you of your money? How would you feel about that?
I know how
How would you feel about if you rented a place out to someone and they never paid you? How would you feel?
Have a good day, no problem. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
It will now be up to the claimant to decide whether to continue to pursue the £38,000 debt. Next time, the agents are caught in the crossfire of a hostile eviction.
What was it?
Glass bottle.
Paul and Steve meet a tenant who won't budge.
We will give you an hour to get your personal effects together.
To go where?
Go to the council.
To go...
Or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to down to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Hello?
In dramatic situations.
You want to stand here like a big man?
Leave it. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
I got thinking.
Just calm down.
And their possessions.
The desks are going? Everything?
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Recent reports show that business debt has increased by 25% in the last 2 years. A quarter of all small companies say that debts of less than £20,000 are enough to put them out of business altogether.
High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and Kevin Stokes are in South London with a writ to collect a large debt from an Italian deli.
You know this next trip we're going to?
Yeah.
Italian Food Express 11 Limited.
Yes, mate.
It's for 29,939 quid.
You're joking.
Oh, bloody well, ain't you?
How much?
£29,939 and 46 pence.
Look at that. That's a lot of pasta or whatever, isn't it?
It's a lot of pasta.
Yeah, it's coming up.
There it
Yeah,
is.
Italian Food Express.
Off licence.
Whee! Fantastic. Let's go, Del.
Okay.
The business named on the writ is Italian Food Express 11. Kevin and Del can demand immediate payment today or seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello, sir. My name's Kevin Stokes. I'm from DCBL High Court Enforcement.
Okay.
Hello, how are you doing, sir? I need to speak to the owner, please.
It's me.
It's you. What's your name, sir?
Antonio.
Antonio
Negro.
Basically, we're here with a High Court writ from a person called Gasper Principato. He's claiming that you owe him some money.
I think it's something to do with the old company, which is not me. I took over since November.
Okay. And what's your company called, sir?
Gennaro Delicatessen Ltd.
Okay. Do you have your lease agreement here?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Could I have a look, please? Thank you.
Despite the name on the shop front, it appears that a new company, Gennaro Delicatessen, is now running the deli. But Kevin needs proof.
The lease is on my name.
Who did you buy this from, sir?
From Italian Food Express.
Okay, is that any relation to yours, or is that it's nothing to do with you, no? Sir, you said you have no affiliation with the last company that was here. Your name is Antonio Negro.
Antonio Faja.
Okay. You just told me Negro when I first got in here.
Antonio Faja.
You said Negro.
Negro is my brother. I mean, it's my.
You said Negro.
You said Negro when we came in, which is a bit coincidental. And the director of the company Italian Food Express Limited is Antonio Negro. You've lied to me, haven't you?
I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
I don't think it is a mistake, sir. I think you're trying to throw me off the scent.
After first claiming his surname was Negro, Antonio now says it's Faja, a name not connected to the company on the writ.
Can I just call the person who is in charge, the director and everything, so you can talk to them?
Yeah, can you just, yeah, you told us you was in charge.
I am the manager in here.
People often try to put you off the scent when dealing with a business. The change of names, a different company being set up, particularly when you know it's the same people.
With Antonio's story changing, Kevin suspects that the company named on the writ is actually still running the delicatessen.
This one is...
Can I have just look at this?
Yeah, of course.
There we go. If you're a new company, why have you got Italian Food Express Limited? Bank details here.
There's a lot of paper. We still got a lot of paper since November.
Don't believe a word he's saying to me. He just lied to me since the minute I walked in here. He's trying to throw me off the scent constantly. I'm sure now if I go through paperwork in there, I'm going to find everything to do with this company. If you told me you had no affiliation with any Italian Food 11, why on earth would you have that in here? That's quite a confidential document.
With a High Court writ to enforce, Kevin searches for more evidence that Italian Food Express 11 still owns the deli.
Sir?
Yeah?
You say you took over in November?
Yeah.
Why is there an invoice for Italian Food Express 11 dated 16th of February?
It's changing now, some invoice.
This was last week, sir. There's bank statements from a week ago. As you can see in the windows, he's still got Italian Food Express. I gave him every chance to tell me the truth, but he's just lied constantly, one after the other. So, I'm not funny. If he wants to play that game, then I'll play it with him.
The evidence is mounting. It's clear to the agents that the company who owes the £30,000 is still involved with the deli. Kevin decides it's time to take action.
I'm going to inform you now.
Yeah.
We're going to carry out stage 3. We're going to remove goods from the premises, okay?
He calls the office.
Hello, Graham. I'm on that Italian Food 11 one. It's about 30 grand. Basically, I've come in here, they've tried to throw me off the scent as soon as I've walked in here. Denied knowing anything about the debt, didn't even know who the person was who owed the debt. Said they bought the company from the last company who was Italian Food Express. He's basically saying that he's got a new company running out of here, but the business rates are still in the old company's name. There's an invoice from last week in the old company's name. There's documents everywhere in the old company's name that we're looking for.
Kevin and Del think they have enough proof that Italian Food Express 11 is still in business, and the deli hasn't changed hands as Antonio claims. But if he won't pay, seizing company assets won't be easy.
Listen, it's delicatessen places, jars of food everywhere. You're going to struggle to get 30 odd grand out of here. We got coffee machine, we got one of them saws that cuts ham, we got things like that. Okay, mate, lovely. Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Bye.
With some potentially valuable assets identified, Kevin makes his next move.
Hi, sir. My next step now is I'm going to start dismantling your goods, okay?
So you have to wait?
No,
we don't have to wait,
no.
okay?
So,
okay.
It's probably easier,
do you want to
sir.
carry on serving while we're doing this?
Do you want to? I would suggest... Kevin, I would suggest he closes.
Okay.
He closes. I suggest you close.
The agents are ramping up the pressure. But with Antonio still claiming that it's not his business that owes the money, will Kevin and Del get the £30,000 they came for? Now, with the customers gone, Del wants to find out more about the debt.
What do you know about the money owing, sir?
We don't know about this money.
You don't know nothing about it?
Faced with another denial, Kevin probes further.
Del, who's the client?
Is
it that?
Yeah, Principal.
The secretary.
This is my wife.
So your wife is the claimant?
Yes.
Listen to me, sir.
Yes.
We've asked you what it's about, and you said you don't know.
No, you asked me about the money.
What is it about, sir? What is
the money, we don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
So Gaspar is your wife's father?
Ex-wife.
Your ex-wife's father. What's the money for? What's the money for?
know.
This is why you've changed the name of the company, though, isn't it?
No, I didn't change the name of the company. I just was very stressed, and I was not able to carry on with the shop.
Antonio's story has started to unravel. As he's admitted a family connection to the claimant, Gaspar Principato, the agents are now more sceptical than ever. But then another man arrives and makes an unexpected claim.
Oh, we're closed, sir. We're closed. We're closed.
I'm the director, him is my manager.
That's some ID, sir.
The man has ID to prove that he is Mr. Farger, the person Antonio has claimed to be. Mr. Farger says it's him, not Antonio, who is the new owner of the deli, being run under the name Gennaro Delicatessen.
More to £20,000.
£20,000. Can you show me the transaction where you paid for the business?
It's my money.
It's your money. How did you get this money? If you don't mind asking? It was your savings.
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll be able to show me how you saved up for the. So if you can just start showing me the documents. Obviously, if you can't prove that this is your business and how you paid for it, what we're going to do today, sir, is we're making arrangements at the moment to basically take the goods from the premises. Sir, if you want to go and get your statement, show me when you made the transaction to pay for this company.
Well, for me, it's a cesspit of nonsense. To be honest, I'm absolutely a bit shocked how intertwined this is all turning out to be.
Mr. Farger produces a bank statement. He says it proves he purchased the business.
Kevin?
Okay.
I started to 21, the first transaction, and then it's continued.
How much did they get for the business?
Yeah, 29,000.
Oh, long short was 29,000.
So it was the old company.
You paid it to the old company. Paid that to the old company.
Faced with this unusual set of events, Kevin calls the office again for advice.
Hello, mate. Right, he's got bank statements showing in October he made several transactions amounting up to 29 grand. He made the transactions to Italian Food Express, which is the company that we're here for. So it's a transfer.
Despite Antonio's clear link with the debt, Mr. Farger has produced hard evidence to prove that he is the new owner of the deli, so the agents can't pursue the debt.
Once you've established that they've formed a new company, then all debts die with the old company, particularly if it's a limited company. So it makes it almost impossible to enforce because the law allows it. We realised there wasn't an awful lot we were going to be able to achieve, even though there was evidence of the old company having been traded there.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to throw this one back. Thank you. Okay, we're satisfied, okay, with what we've seen. You showed me the lease, you showed me transactions where you've paid the money, okay. We're not going to take action here, we're going to walk out today, okay. Thank you for your time, okay.
Thank you, yeah.
Enjoy your day. Thank you, you too, sir.
When people change their names and that so that you can't enforce, it's very frustrating. But what about the claimant? What if it was you who was owed that money? But the law enables him to do that. There was not a lot we could do there.
I just wish I could have done more in there, but there is nothing more I can do. As much as it's paining me to do so, I have to smile and walk away from this. Thank you.
According to new figures, soaring property prices have seen the number of people renting almost double in the last 25 years. But the number of tenants being evicted from their homes is at an all-time high, as rising rents and cuts to benefits make renting increasingly unaffordable.
Northwest London. Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on their way to evict a tenant whose letting agent claims she owes over £20,000 in unpaid rent.
Leafy streets. These are £1 million homes, aren't they, in a place like this?
Well, that's pushing it.
Agents have been instructed to evict her from the flat today.
It's got to be the flats, isn't it? They ain't double thinking.
At the flat, Steve and Paul are joined by Rupesh, a trainee agent.
Oh, what number is it?
Flat 15. Trades.
Hello? Mrs. Finnerty? I have something for you. Could you open the door for us? I have a letter.
The tenant, Amy Finnerty, seems reluctant to open the door.
Hello?
But another resident lets them into the block.
Good morning.
Oh, God, you're scary.
Sorry about that. When we go to a door, we never know who's there or who's behind it. And the first thing they do is, once they see us and they understand what our job is, then they break down in tears.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I just speak to you, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
David, can I go to the door, please? I got freaking.
Just calm down. Just please, just take your time. Take a breath.
I got 2 letters, okay? 2 letters. Unless I have to wait for the 3rd one to tell me when the baby's going to come. This and that, okay? I've been going through crazy. I have no boy in the past 4 years. 4 years with no heating, with nothing.
Can I just stop you there? The county court process has now stopped. It's been transferred to the High Court.
Okay, yeah. That's fine, I don't mind.
That's right. No, that's okay. So there is no notification.
Okay.
We're here today.
Amy claims she stopped paying rent in protest when her landlord didn't fix a broken boiler.
Just calm just a little bit. Just take it a little bit.
We have to get out.
Paul needs Amy to understand the situation.
We need you to get you to the council office as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So you need to pack whatever you're going to need for an overnight stay, if you like, and then you can make an arrangement with the landlord.
No, I don't trust the landlord. I've been with him 4 years.
There's nothing we can do about that.
I want to remove all my stuff. I can't remove my stuff.
What about the furniture and all that? Or
The furniture's all can stay. I just need...
Right, well, get packing then as fast as you can.
Quickly, I'll be very quick.
Amy calls her mother for help.
Oh, Mum, please pick up, Mum. Mum, I've got bailiffs in my house here. They're kicking me out of my house, Mum. Please, come and help me.
Obviously, the job we do, people are never pleased to see us. Everybody's upset because they're leaving what they consider as their home.
Amy's friends turn up to support her.
Amy, why are you getting evicted?
Because the landlord couldn't bother to fix the boiler.
So you haven't made yourself intentionally homeless then?
No.
Sometimes the landlord hasn't looked after the property. He won't repair this, he won't do this. So you get that tension sometimes. But ultimately, it's down to them to actually pay the landlord the rent.
Amy's mum and brother also arrive to help her pack up the flat.
Good morning.
Sorry.
No, take your time, take your time.
Having an older family member there can be a tremendous help if the people who turn up are rational and are not there to cause aggravation. It can also go the other way and they just throw a complete spanner into the works.
This is very bad. You're the policeman?
No, I'm not.
Then what do you want?
I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Okay. You can't do it. You have to give us at least 1 day to take all the stuff. But what kind of landlord? Look, no bloody heaters for 3 years. The children that was ill, the suffer.
Please don't shout. I
I'm not
agree.
shouting.
Yes, I agree.
I'm talking.
I agree with you.
What it is, do you want to see more things? I'll show you more things. See, maggots here, maggots. Open. More. Look.
They've been here for 7 to 8 years, but they still expect the landlord to replace the carpets and the furnishings and things like that. If I want a new carpet in my house because I spilled coffee on it or whatever, you just go out and buy it, don't you? So we're back into a society that expects other people to pick up the bill continuously.
That's my daughter. She's been suffering her life like this.
Tensions are rising. What started as a simple repossession is quickly turning sour.
Where are you going to move these bags to? Hit them in the letterbox. Hurry up.
And then what?
It's all right. I'll kick your face.
Now the family are nearly ready to leave, but Amy's mother
Wanted, you know what I mean? Rent, and that's it. We told him the washing machine broken. He didn't do nothing. She stayed with our children with no clothes.
Amy's hour to pack up and leave is almost up. Then the letting agent arrives at the flat.
The landlord
of this place? Not the landlord. So who are you? I'm the managing agent.
Why not come in the original landlord to come in to see what he was doing?
No, I understand you had an issue with the disrepair.
3 years with no central heaters. Of course, if you're our place, you're gonna stop with the rates as well. You're gonna stop with the rent. And how much you paying my daughter? £800. I know it's not your fault, but it's the landlord is a fault.
I'll convey the message. I mean, it's what he wants to get in touch with you. It's up to him. But I mean, that's all.
I mean, to touch at me? Oh, you must be joking. I don't want to touch it at me. This guy, what he done with my daughter, make her throw all her stuff outside. Come on, please.
Amy's legally entitled to return to the flat to collect the rest of her belongings. But she wants to take everything now.
But the landlord won't let me in the house. They won't let me back in the house. I know you won't.
They would, they have to.
You won't.
They have to.
Yeah? I thought it was Irish.
Paul tries to reason with Amy.
Have you... Listen, stop. Have you got the money to pay for a cab?
Yes, I have.
That's okay, that's okay, that's all right. Don't panic, though, don't panic. All we're looking at is to achieve the fastest result, and I would rather make friends than enemies. So if you look at our further mantra, if you like, it's better to make a friend than an enemy, and we do that. Before you go, can I give you... That's my card. Okay. So if there's any issues that follow on from this, if the landlord doesn't cooperate, or if there's any advice you think you need, there might be things that happen that you just need a few words of advice.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, that's okay.
You've been so kind.
That's okay.
Paul's years of experience have calmed the situation, but they still need to get the family to leave.
And you give me black bags.
What else needs to come out?
The bags as well. I don't know how we're going to take it.
Well, look, we've taken photographs of it here.
Okay.
The landlord's got to give you access to it.
At least we can get some bags.
You've got my phone number.
All right, thank you.
It's just that we need to go. We've got misery to spread elsewhere.
Okay.
We've got more people to upset.
Thank you.
An hour and a half after the agents arrived, the whole family are finally leaving.
Amy, just stop crying, babe.
Amy and her children are now homeless.
I have to take her to council today, really, because I've got no place. I've got only 3 bedrooms. It's one for me and one for my son, one for my daughter. And then where I'm gonna keep her? The dining room, her stuff is gonna be in my dining room.
If you'd like to be outside.
All right, thank you.
It's nice to have met you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sorry
Nice
about
to
the
meet you.
circumstances.
Sorry. No problem. Nice to meet you anyway, and thank you so much for your help.
New research suggests Britain's debt crisis is affecting people of all ages. A leading charity reports that a quarter of over 65s are now struggling financially.
High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and Brian O'Shaughnessy are in Suffolk with a writ to collect a large business debt.
All right, Del, what have we got next, mate?
In the first instance, we are looking to collect £15,844.79.
A couple, Mr. and Mrs. Wilby, are named on the writ. They bought a car exhaust business from the claimant, Mr. Skinner, 4 years ago, but they've still not paid the full price agreed for the business.
What's the interest on this?
£3,334.
Quite a large amount, this one, fella.
Brian and Dell's colleagues have visited Mr. Wilby before, but the £15,000 debt has not been cleared. Now the agents want payment in full today, or they will seize goods to pay off the debt.
Yeah, there's nobody here, mate. Yeah, but you can see straight through.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be at home.
Shall we look around the back?
I think we've probably not long missed them because the windows are still steamed up. So I don't think we've missed them by much, but we've missed them.
Nice, isn't it?
Brian and Dell look around the property for assets they can seize if the debtor can't or won't pay.
Oh, lovely old job.
It's a classic MG.
It's in good nick. Yeah, nice. Hang on, I used to have one. I had the BGT, which is the...
Well, you're of the older generation, aren't you? So you'll know a bit more than me about these things.
Yes, it's more experience.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
the
you
old generation.
No, experience.
Not experience at all.
That's why you should do as you're told.
With a knowledge of classic cars, Dell knows the value of this potential asset.
In the days when the collector's cars were worth a bit of money, you'd probably get about 7-8 grand for that. Now, with austerity measures, I'd average it out at about 4 or 5 grand. There's probably more sentimental value, and you wouldn't want us to take that.
Brian and Dell decide to wait outside.
Nice car, though.
Not really.
No, they are. Just because you wouldn't fit in one doesn't mean it's not nice.
I could fit in that.
What, in that?
I could fit in that, yeah.
You wouldn't get out of it if you did.
If I can get in it, I can get out of it, can't I?
No, it's not that easy.
The office have given Dell a number for Mrs. Wilby's workplace.
Hello, surgery.
Yes, good morning. Is Patricia there, please?
Patricia who?
Patricia Wilby?
Yes, speaking.
Patricia, my name is Mr. Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Right.
I'm outside your property at the moment in relation to a High Court writ.
Right.
Is there any chance you could come back to sort this out with us?
Okay, can you just bear with me and I'll ring you back?
Yes, we'll wait for your call, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Minutes later, Cyril Wilby arrives home.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Shall we go and have a chat?
Mr. Wilby is fully aware of the debt.
What's the date of the...
Outside, please, for a minute.
No, sir, I'm not waiting outside.
How much do you want?
We want...
I can't...
We need you...
Everything, totally everything I've got.
Well, let me answer your first question. We need £15,844.
But I haven't got nothing, I tell you. The most I can give you a day is 500 quid. That's all the money I possess. If you could give me 3 months, please. That's all I'm asking for.
The problem is, for me to even consider that, I'd have to have some idea of how you're going to get that money, because people say a lot of things, and then and it's difficult in 3 months to
I have it within 3 months. You'll have to.
Can anybody else help you with this issue?
Can anybody help me?
Yeah.
No, I've had all my help I can get.
Mr. Wilby says he can't pay. So Dell starts to put the pressure on.
What's the situation with the MG?
Gone.
Mr. Wilby claims he recently sold the car along with another vehicle.
Okay, so why is the car still here if it's
Trading policy.
Because I'm waiting for him to collect it.
So what prevents them from taking it then?
The vehicle's still there because they ain't got nowhere to put.
Well, you know what? We'll end up having to take it, won't we? If we can't come to an arrangement.
You'll have to take whatever you can.
Fine, I will then.
But you can't take the car because...
Yes, we can. And I will.
What, today?
Yes, today. It's a classic car. That'll sell for about 4 or 5 grand, probably. What we're going to do now, we're going to go through your house. If there's anything else of value, and you told me to help myself, so I will.
As Brian looks around the house for other assets to seize, Cyril Wilby calls the woman he says now owns the car.
Hello, is that Mrs. Horrocks? That's Mr. Wilby. Got the bailiffs at my door again. Can you explain to him what you've done about the cars? Now they're taking the car. Yeah, they're taking the MG. Well, they said they can. Can you speak to this lady?
Who is this lady?
The woman who bought the car.
Hello? When did you buy the cars, madam? Okay, why is the car still here then? He has to be insured to drive it because... Yeah, well that means it's still his car. Sorry, who are you in relation to this gentleman? You're his daughter, yeah? We're getting somewhere now. We're not idiots, you know, and we know what's probably gone on. All I want's the truth of the matter, and now we're getting somewhere. And you bought the cars off your father. Well, I'm not happy with the receipt. Your father's still insured on the vehicle.
Dell's detective work on the phone means that the agents can still take the car.
Cyril claimed that the vehicle was now owned by his daughter and stepson. They loaned him some money. Because he's loaned the money, it's not on the hire purchase agreement, so he'd still have to pay the loan technically, and we could still seize the vehicles because they're still Cyril's.
Brian wants to know more about Cyril's long history with the claimant and why he owes him so much money.
Well, what was it all about then?
Well, I bought a business of it.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I had to borrow the money.
Yeah.
At the moment, I've paid him £105,000 in the last 3 years.
What he's done, Cyril, is he got a county court judgment in 2011, 24th of May, and he's upgraded to the High Court, the 8th of May this year. My job's just merely to collect the money. That's my job. That's it.
Simple as that. He's had everything I've got. I have got nothing left.
Cyril claims that the business he bought had huge unexpected costs, which he's struggled to pay off. 4 years on, he's still over £15,000 in debt.
Please help me. Please. If you could help me just like that. I mean, he's making my life hell, honestly.
If you can get half of it, then
we do an arrangement for the balance.
We can do an arrangement for the balance until you manage to get it sorted out. If people cooperate with us, things become a lot easier to deal with. We're more receptive to wanting to help them with their situation, and when they see that, they begin to tell us exactly what the situation is.
Cyril Wilby now makes a last chance appeal to family members to try and raise some cash.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Well, I can come up with £3,500.
It's a start, but the money doesn't come close to clearing the debt.
On the face of it, £3,500's not enough.
That's all the money I possess. Please take £3,500, leave everything it is for 3 months.
Brian calls the office to see if the claimant will accept Cyril's offer.
We've just finished negotiations. We're at 2, yeah? 3.5 grand today. And you can do 2 grand a month. I mean, the problem is here, the goods and assets inside the house won't cover everything outstanding.
Yeah, what?
I'm happy he'll pay the 3.5 today and keep up with this arrangement. Do me a favour, ask the claimant
I paid him.
I need an answer, a swift answer, because I'll act upon his instruction. One, to take $3.5, $2 grand a month.
That's monthly.
If not, if he wants us to remove the car, we'll do it. It's up to him. I'm happy to do it. Let me know. Bye bye. Cyril, what I've done, I've phoned the office, asked them to call the claimant. Now the claimant has to agree. We can only advise with what's in front. We tell the claimant what's gone on here. 9 times out of 10, they listen to our advice and they deal with it. If they're having a discussion, they know about the vehicles being here. He may not accept that arrangement, but that's what I've advised. Okay.
All that Cyril can do is wait to see whether the claimant will accept his offer.
I think he's had a really bad time here. I think he's tried to go into business and it's kind of bitten him on the arse. We don't want to take his car. We've said that to him. He's a really nice chap, to be quite honest. But the facts of this, if he doesn't pay half, we will take control of it and we will remove it.
5 minutes later, Brian gets a call back from the office.
Fine. I appreciate that. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to prevent. Okay, and he gets his money. Okay, all right, leave it to me. That's great. Okay. Cheers, bye. Cyril? They accepted it. All right, they've listened to us and they're happy to do it. All right, I'm happier. Yeah? Everything stays there.
We have a call back?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah?
The claimant has accepted the proposal and Cyril can keep his cars, for now.
So basically what this is what's called a control goods agreement. What this means is an agreement to you and I, High Court, that the cars are left in your possession. You can use them as you wish, but until the debt's paid, they're in the High Court's possession.
You must remember, if you default,
yes,
the car
they're going both of them.
Go. They will go, and your debt will be cleared then with them both cars. And
yeah, but I'll work bloody hard for that.
I know you did.
And that's why we've done it, Cyril. All right.
Thank you very much.
But you could see he was under a lot of stress. But he's okay. This is a good result for him. Dare I say that? There's such a thing.
Brian and Dell's persistence has paid off.
The latest research shows that over a third of landlords are facing rent arrears. 1 in 5 reported that tenants falling behind with their rent would put them into serious financial trouble within 12 months.
Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are in Cambridgeshire with a writ to evict tenants who owe £7,000 in rent arrears.
We're looking for number
47.
No, 45.
Sure?
Yeah, 45. 19.
What's it there?
That's it there.
Oh, big cunt.
Well, the car's got a flat tyre.
The Polish tenants who live here haven't paid rent for nearly 2 years. As a result, the landlord has had to put the house on the market to cover his losses. But he can't sell with the non-paying tenants inside.
The curtain's moved, so somebody's obviously opened the door upstairs.
The landlord has decided not to chase the rent arrears. He just wants the tenants out today.
How do you say in Polish, we're not going away? You please open the door. If you don't, within the next 2 minutes, we will break it down.
Finally, somebody answers the door.
Hello. My name is Paul Bohill. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We have a repossession order for this property.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, is there somebody in the house who speaks English? Okay, you have to go. You have to leave. We have a High Court order to evict you. Thank you.
What is this?
It's a High Court order which gives us the authority to take possession of the premises.
What? I must leave to what?
Sorry? You haven't paid any rent. You have to go now. 1 hour.
I pay only 1 hour?
You don't have to take everything. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to take clothing for a few days, identification, any medication, phone chargers, things you need for a few days, and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything else. So concentrate on what you need for a few days.
3 days?
2-3 days, yeah.
Okie dokie. When I back tomorrow, it take like this, yeah?
Right. You have to speak to the landlord to make an arrangement to come back.
The tenant, Thomas, goes to tell his wife they must pack immediately.
Przyjechali, kurwa, stoją na dole, kurwa. Powiedzieli, że kurwa, jeżeli nie otworzę, to wypierdolą drzwi.
It's clear that he has understood everything.
How many people in the house? Just 2 or 4?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Did you tell the other person? They have to go? Oh, okay.
The family have lived here for 4 years.
You're evicting.
Oh, no.
Cat and 4 kittens. What? Just don't let the cat out the bag or the house.
As the tenants get ready to leave, the landlord, Colin, arrives.
I've just come all the way from Milton Keynes, but I've had to bring my wife with me because she had a seizure last night.
Oh, God.
Cut a long story short, 2 years ago my wife had a horse accident. She was worse than Schumacher, so she's got brain injury and I've had to bring her with me.
Colin and his wife, Di, bought the house as an investment using her pension funds. But just over 2 years ago, it became their only source of income.
I lost my job obviously because of my head injury, and because I started having seizures, he lost his job because he was having to be home with me. You're in this situation with no money. At least the rent that you would have paid would have put food in our mouths. So I sent them a letter saying, look, you know, we want to resolve this. You know, I've been ill, please resolve this. Here's our email address if you can't ring. And they've never contacted us.
You know, we hear the stories every single day, and there's always a turn, a twist, whatever it might be. All of these landlords are not the rich individuals that people assume them to be. They're ordinary working people who've taken on a buy-to-let property, but they're actually using it to make a living. So if the actual cash flow dries up, their living is stopped dead. How much is the rent a month?
$5.50.
That's nothing.
We've never put it up in 4 years.
Really sorry, but within the hour they'll be gone. You'll have the keys.
The hour is nearly up, but the tenants aren't ready to leave. With the help of their friends, they've decided to empty the whole house.
Is all that stuff in there's theirs?
Except for
white goods.
Machine. Yeah, white goods, what you rent. I think they've got rid of our fridge, and there's an American fridge.
There is a fridge in there.
Mine,
right.
But there was a white one. I don't give a shit.
No, you just want it out. Yeah, I get the point.
Gone, without damaging the property.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But inside, Steve finds Thomas's wife and another family member unplugging the washing machine.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
It's mine, yeah. It's mine.
The white goods stay. There was a washing machine here.
Look, it's broken. It's broken. It's mine.
If that's hers, it can go.
I mean, I feel sorry for the landlord. He's been trying for over a year to get rid of these people, and they've just been staying put. That bloke's been desperate for money because he was living on the income from here with his wife's problems. Whereas these people, on the other hand, have been living in a very comfortable semi-detached house and have paid no rent for it.
You nearly done? Huh? Okay, 5 minutes. Like that.
1 hour and 5 minutes after the agents arrived, and most of the contents of the house are on the street.
Okay. Just locking up the back doors, making sure everything's...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of days.
Everything.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad we've been able to draw a conclusion, and it's all done. They're out, so happy days.
These guys have lived here rent-free for over a year, nearly 2 years now, and it's my property, and I can't touch them. I can't even knock at the door, and that's wrong. It is a wrong system, and I'd never do this again. The house is getting sold, and I'm never ever going to rent again.
time. Paul and Steve come under attack during an eviction at a traveller site.
Why would I be scared?
Stuart and Vic are faced with a family in crisis.
And then the daughter turned around and say, well, it's your dad, sort it out. It's like, oh my God.
What a daughter.
And the agents struggle to evict a tenant who refuses to leave.
She needs to start packing, but she's not. She's just standing here looking at me.